Okay, so now we're going to start applying that area of regular polygons formula. So like I said earlier, it says 1/2 your apothem times NS. We're going to use this one, 1/2 apothem times P, our perimeter. So a couple things we're going to do first. So this is what it usually looks like when there's no circle around it. So I have your apothem here is 5.1, and I have one side of your perimeter is 7.5. So another thing we can learn how to do is how to find the central angle. So if I were to draw, I'm not really going to draw here, but if I were to draw 5 central angles and break this up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smaller triangles, all I would do is I would take 360 and I would divide it by that number, which is 5. So this one I'm going to divide by 5 because there's 5 sides. This one I'm going to divide by 6. There's 6 sides. This one I'm going to divide by 9. There's 9 sides. All right. So my central angle, I'm going to do 360 divided by 5. Plug that right into a calculator. And I get 72. So sometimes it'll work out perfectly, sometimes it won't. And that is in degrees. Okay, so that is my work for that. So now, like I said earlier, the reason that P is capital is because I have to find the perimeter ahead of time. So in order to find the perimeter of this, I could take 7.5 and add it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, or I could just do 7.5 times 5. So come back over here, 7.5 times 5, 7.5 times 5, and I get 37.5. Okay, so that's the P when I plug in my formula. And last but not least, now I want to find the area of this entire thing. So if you remember, my formula is area equals 1/2 my apothem times my perimeter. I already found my perimeter, and my apothem is right here, 5.1. So I'm going to take 1/2 5.1 times 37.5. The biggest error I always see is that people forget to find the whole perimeter, and they just use 7.5 here instead of multiplying it by 5. So in your calculators, I'm going to do 1/2 my apothem, which is 5.1, my perimeter, which is 37.5. Just plug it in right as you see it. I like to use parentheses. And you should get 95.625. which it says round to the nearest tenth, so I'm just going to do 95.6. If it gives you units like feet, inches, yards, whatever, you can put your units squared. It doesn't, so I'm just going to write the word units. Okay. Zoom out a little so you can see all that work. So if you'd like to try the next two on your own, go ahead. If not, I'm going to keep going. The next one has a radical, but again, I'm using a calculator, so I'm going to let that calculator do the hard work for me. So the next one, like I said earlier, is a 6-sided figure. So when I find my central angle, I'm going to do 360 divided by 6. 360 divided by 6, and it's 60 or 60 degrees. So if I broke all this into 6 little triangles, they would each equal 60 degrees. My perimeter is 10 right here, so I have to multiply that by 6. You should be able to do that in your work, in your head, but I will show you the work just so you know where I'm getting that from. It is also going to be 60. And now my formula, area equals 1/2. My apothem is 5 square root of 3. My perimeter is going to be 60, not 10. I'm going to plug that into my calculator. 1/2, 5 square root of 3 times 60. Hit enter, and I get 259.8. I'm going to write units squared. So that square root, although it's intimidating, just plug it right into your calculator with 5 square root of 3 and it'll do all the work for you. Last one, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sides. So I'm going to do 360 divided by 9. I get 40. Okay, my perimeter is going to be 12 times 9, which is 108. 12 times 9, 108. And now plug in 1/2 my apothem, which is 16.5, times my perimeter, (1/2) apothem times perimeter, and you should get 891. Okay, so that is all my work for example 2.